Hello and welcome to this week's art class. We're going to be working on these pop-up books that look just like this. They're cards that you can send to your friends, your family. This one I made just for you. It says, "Dear little artist, I hope you have a fun-filled summer. I'll miss you. Love, Mr. Bellis." So let's get started. First, you're going to need a piece of paper. You want to fold that piece of paper in half and really press that fold down. Next, you want to take a pencil and draw a smile, not in the middle of your paper, but closer to the bottom of your paper. So I'm drawing a nice thick smile. I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut along the edge of that smile. So just one cut following my line. Now that I have my cut ready to go, what I'm going to need is to fold these pieces back. So not in half like this. You want to fold it as far up as you can. So I'm going to keep pushing up, tilting that piece, and then folding and pressing down. I'll do the same thing with the bottom piece as well, pushing it down. Then you fold them back, open it up, and you'll see you have these little creases. So you have to play with it a little bit, trying to fold it back and push the pieces inside. So when you close it, you should have your mouth set where it can open and close when you move the paper back and forth. Now we need to draw our watermelon shape. So you can pick any fruit. I'm going to choose a watermelon just because I think they're fun and cute when you make the little face on them. So you start with a triangle. Then from the edge of your triangle, you want to make a thicker part on the bottom for the rind. When you're drawing the rind, you want to make sure you have a curved bottom. And I drew an extra line because there's a white space and a green space that I need to think about. I am drawing some closed eyes for some blush, and then I'm adding blush on my cheeks. Next, I need to draw all the seeds that belong in my watermelon, all those black seeds. So I'm going to draw them. After I've drawn my watermelon seeds, I want to draw a little speech bubble like you see in cartoons. And I'm going to write in my speech bubble, "Let's have a sweet summer." And so all of my letters are printed except sweet is kind of a swirly cursive. I'm going to add some of these little juicy little droplets of watermelon juice next to my sweet to make sure that it looks animated. On the opposite side is where you would write your message to either your mom or dad or your brother or sister, whoever you want to give this beautiful card to. I'm going to be using crayons and markers for this project, markers for my watermelon, and crayons for the background. So I'm going to take this red, a green, actually 3 different types of green. So I have a light green, a dark green, and this aqua turquoise green that I'm going to be using. I'm also going to be using a Sharpie later to go over my details. So I'm going to start by coloring my watermelon. What you'll notice is when you color, you have a flap to worry about, so you can just push that flap down and it won't get in your way when you're coloring. So I left the little circles white so I can go back with a highlighter pink for my cheeks. Next, I'm going to start on the rind of my watermelon, and I'm going to do the outside. The next thing I'm going to color is the peel or the rind of my watermelon. I'm going to use a light green first and then come back in with a dark green. And the last color I'm going to pick up is that aqua turquoise, just to give my watermelon some dimension with a lot of different colors at the bottom. And we intentionally leave that piece in between the green and the red white. Next, I'm going to take a Sharpie and go over my seeds so they really stand out. I'm also going to outline my eyes and give some eyelashes to my watermelon. And then I'm going to outline the cheeks and everything else that my watermelon has. After I've outlined my watermelon, I'm going to take a minute to use a Sharpie to outline my message. I'm going to outline "Let's have a summer" in black Sharpie, and then I'm going to come back in with a pink marker to outline "Sweet" so that it stands out against the black. So now that we've colored in our watermelon, we need a nice background. I'm going to use the edge of my crayon to create a halo effect for my watermelon. So I'm just using the edge and pressing it against my paper and kind of going in a back and forth motion just to give it a ray like a halo. So I'm not touching my watermelon, I'm just going around my watermelon. Once you've used one crayon color, you can pick another color that would look great with it, layering it. So I'm using an orange over my yellow to make it stand out even further. So now that we've finished our background, on the left side, you can write your message to whoever you're drawing this for. So my message to you, my little artist, is that I've had so much fun making beautiful art together. And you can draw some hearts. Love, Miss Revales. And at the bottom, I'm going to draw some XOXO, some hugs and kisses for all my little artists. So once you finish writing your message, you'll notice that the mouth doesn't want to pop up because it's laid flat. So what you're going to have to do is refold it the same way we did in the beginning. So you're going to push the ends in towards the center and refold. So you might have to pop it back in and then fold it back down to create another crease. And then when you open it up, it looks like your watermelon is talking. So I hope you had fun creating this project. I hope you all have such a sweet summer and are able to go outside and have fun. Just remember, happy creating!